morning. Today we would be discussing the topic research process from the subject research methodology. So research is a time-consuming process and it requires a systematic planning. So following the research process steps will help us to do the research in a systematic and in a successful manner. So research process is the various steps involved in the execution of the research is known as research process. And research process consists of a number of steps, which is a number of process which is closely related. After doing a first step, then we can move on to the second step. So the outcome of the first step is being influenced in the second process. So that is called as research process. The first step in research process is formulation of research problem. So the identification of the research problem is the first activity done by the researcher. So the success of a research depends upon the selecting the right problem or the right problem which has been relevant in the society. The second step is review of literature. That is the examination of all the books, journals, articles or informations which will help us to reveal this examination will help us to reveal whether a particular study or related study is being done in the problem that we have been selected. So that is called as review of literature, one of the important steps which gives us a background idea whether a particular study, the topic that we have selected, it has been already be done, or it gives us an idea regarding whether we would get the information which is required to carry on our present topic or the problem that we have been selected. The third step is preparation of research proposal. Research proposal is a roadmap or it guides the researcher regarding where to start, how to start or where to go or how to do the research. So it is a roadmap or it is a summary. It gives us gives the researcher an idea what he have to do, when, where, how to collect the information and all these things. It gives a clarity to the researcher. The fourth step is development of the hypothesis. After collecting all the data, after having an idea regarding the informations or after the literature review, the researcher has to set the hypothesis. That is a tentative statement which will be tested when the research gets progressed. The fifth point is preparation of research design. It is a plan which is stating the conditions on how to collect the data or the methods of collecting the data. So this preparation of research design will help the researcher to save cost and time in respect of collecting the data or the data collection time. It helps the researchers to save time. Collection and analysis will help these on preparation of the research design will help the researchers to save time in respect of collection and analysis of data. Then the next step is sixth, collection of data, which is a complicated and time-consuming step. That is, you need to collect, at this point, the researcher starts collecting the data which has been relevant or which has been required for the study. So data can be collected either through the primary or the secondary sources. Primary is the first raw data, first-hand information. Secondary is already which has been published in the maybe in the journals or internet sources. So using that, the data can be collected, and the methods of collecting the data can be either using the census method or sampling method. The seventh step is execution of the project. Execution of the project, the researcher has to ensure that the project at this point of time, the researcher starts executing the project, that is in the prescribed manner and in the right time. The project has to be executed. The questionnaires and all the other informations which need to be collected is being distributed to the respondent in order to execute the project in a systematic and in a right way. Then the analysis of data. After, as we did the collection of all the data, it is we would be getting a big data. And in order to make it applicable, or in order to use that in our research, we need to analyze the data. The data which would be in the raw form should be converted or made into a meaningful manner or in an understandable manner. So that has been done in this step, that is analysis of data. So we use a lot of statistical measures like average percentage, and all these measures has been used in order to analyze the data or make the data in more meaningful way. Then testing of hypothesis. The hypothesis that that we have set in the beginning of the study is being tested at this point of time to ensure the validity. And different methods like F-test, Z-test is being used to test the hypothesis. Then the 10th process or 10th step is interpretation of data. The data which is having no hypothesis, the analyst data will be interpreted. All the results, all the data will be interpreted to the person who will be reading, would be having a clear idea when this interpretation is being done. So for studies which is having no hypothesis, the analyst data is being interpreted, gives the explanations to the results. And the last step is preparation of the report. After all these processes, that is after testing the hypothesis, after the data has been interpreted, we need to prepare a report based on the investigation. A report is the report prepared by the researcher states the findings of the research. That is, it will be divided in 3 areas: preliminary section, main section, and end section. And in the main section, we would get all the details regarding the data. In the preliminaries, all these table of content, the intro part, the list of tables and all these details. And end part, we'll have the bibliography, appendixes, all these things, detail will be given. So preparation of the report is the last step, which gives an idea that how we did the research, or it states the findings of the research. So with this, I conclude the topic that we have discussed today, that is research process. Thank you.